Did you know that right before the crucifixion, that Jesus told his disciples to sell their coats and buy swords? I got to tell you again, there's more to the story. You see, there's a principle that's being displayed here. There's a lifeline from this story that goes back to an even older story. We see the disciples, they come to Jesus, at least two of them come to Jesus, and they say, well, we have two swords. And Jesus looks at them and says, okay, that's enough. And in my understanding, or just reading it the way that I've always read it, it just seems to be saying that Jesus is consenting. He's saying, okay, yeah, that's good. That'll work. But then when Peter uses the sword, swinging at that guard or that servant that's there to take Jesus to trial and later to crucify him, Peter swings at the head and misses and hacks off Malchus's ear. And Jesus looks at him and says, hey, you know, if you're going to live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. And then he reaches down and he picks up that ear of Malchus and heals him. Well, why would he tell them to pick up a sword, to get a sword, if he does not want them to use it? What's the point? What is the reason? Why are you sending these seemingly confusing messages? And it really comes down to being about choice, which draws us back to this lifeline, this line of principle that dates all the way back in the earliest of stories in the Old Testament, in the creation narrative, when we see a tree that's planted in the garden and we wonder why is that tree there? We understand that mankind cannot really experience love, not real love, if there's not a choice given to them. And so the devil doesn't have any creative ability, so he can't create a tree. It wasn't his doing that tree was there. It was God that wanted us to experience real love. And real love always requires a choice. Will you love me? In God's case, will you follow me? Will you serve me? Will you trust me? And there can't be trust if there's not a choice to not trust. There can't be real love if there's not a choice to not love, to walk away from that. And so there's this tree, there's this sword. Will you eat of the tree, or will you love me? Will you trust that my way is better? Will you use the sword, or will you just trust me? Will you just follow me? And we see in this a resonance that carries from then even till now, where we are so blessed with an opportunity of real love because of the choice that our Creator has offered to us in our willingness or in our life. Will we choose to love Him? Just like every other story in the Bible, I got to tell you, there's more to the story. And this is why we would make available to you, and I mean, one of the great joys in our life is to share the truths that God has blessed us with in the beauty of His Word. And if you'd like to connect with us, just reach down or scroll down and type in your name or your email address and send it to us, and we can find a Bible study that's probably already happening in a coffee shop near you, or we can make one available here or wherever you would like to. If you are interested, we can connect you with a Bible study near you. By all means, check out or send us a link, and we will contact you, because there is more to the story.